And by all means, it's time to declare war. Your first fight of the evening is 3 3-minute rounds in a 180-pound catchweight. Brought to you by Toyota of Kingsport.
Hey, I'm Thomas Miller. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm about to put on a show for you.
Well, Casey Oxendine, we have the mayor, we have 4 title fights, we have stars in attendance today, and an entire card of some awesome fights. I gotta tell you, it feels pretty good to sit here cage side and get to witness USFFC 23, the Star Spangled Beatdown.
Well, the entire city of Kingsport is here tonight, and they are excited to see mixed martial arts back at Meadowview Convention Center. It's been years since we've seen an event here at this location. It's the most popular venue in the Tri-Cities, and we've got it going on here tonight. I'm so excited.
USFFC didn't pull any punches in their matchmaking today. We have the amateur super heavyweight title on the line. Also the 145-pound title, the women's 115-pound title, and the 205-pound title. So a lot of new champions could be crowned, or we could see the old guard stay strong. Either way, lots of championship action on the line tonight, and I cannot wait.
And you know, Matt, I'm really excited about this for another reason, because now you're getting to see this this Eastern Tennessee portion of the USFFC roster for the first time. You know, USFFC has been in North Carolina, they've been in South Carolina, and now we're here in Tennessee, and we see a blend. We see that North Carolina talent pitted against that Tennessee talent, that South Carolina crew against the North End Tennessee guys. So excited to see this.
You know, I love that regional kind of competition that you find. The USFFC does such a good job of capturing some of the real natural talent that shows up all over the Southeast, like you mentioned, from Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, Virginia. There's so many solid fighters here, and the USFFC organization has done a great job at pulling them into their ranks, letting them go against each other, and building good, healthy inter-regional rivalries, and that's what a lot of fans are here to see today.
Yeah, well, you know, you see Thomas Miller getting prepared, getting ready to step up into the cage, of course, fighting out of Bushido MMA here in Kingsport.
Hey, Kingsport USFFC. My name's Daniel Johnson. I came, I saw, and I'm ready to conquer.
All right, as I was saying before, Team Bushido here with Thomas Miller. That's the team right here out of Kingsport. They're a newer team, about 6 to 8 months in the making, head by Jason Brake and, of course, Jay Page, the Laughing Assassin, a guy I know very well. He's been around for a long time. So, you know, really excited to see this kick off. And then, of course, Daniel Johnson making his debut. This is a guy that's fought at Team Ludus. He has been over to Team Oxendine at our gym summit, has worked out recently. The kid's tough. He's got some good hands, and we're going to find out how he endures the test of fire he's about to undergo.
This fight takes place at 170 pounds. Both these guys local. Daniel Johnson hails from Johnson City, and Thomas Miller from right here in Kingsport, like Casey Oxendine said. And, you know, we just got done talking about this big pool of talent that you can find here in the Southeast. This is one of those fights where we'll get to see up-and-comers take their first crack at mixed martial arts. Daniel Johnson making his debut, and Thomas Miller having one fight under his belt. So this is a relatively new, two new fighters to the game, and you get to see some of the best talent in the world. Has to start off right here where these guys are.
Well, you get to see, you know, a lot of the guys when they're starting out. They're very entertaining fights because they tend to be a lot more physical, you know, because they haven't settled into the technique as much of the mixed martial arts, but that doesn't matter. These guys will throw for the fences. They'll come out to fight. Very, very passionate,
yes.
and that's what I'm looking forward to here.
Yeah, and you always get a feel for some of the prowess that an amateur fighter might have, because like you said, the technique has not been developed, but you can still tell their ferocity and their physical ability to fight. I
And
can't
now,
wait to
ladies
see
and
it.
gentlemen, 3-minute rounds at a 180-pound catchweight, brought to you by Toyota of Kingsport. Introducing first the fighter on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 180 pounds with a record of 1 win and 0 defeats. Fighting for Bushido MMA, Kingsport, Tennessee, Thomas Miller. And now his opponent standing across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 176 pounds, making his MMA debut tonight. Fighting out of Johnson City, Tennessee, Daniel Johnson. Your referee when the action begins, Josh Ward.
Both of these guys have the privilege, I'm not sure if you'd call it that, of being the first fight on the card. Sometimes that can be the most nerve-wracking because you spend the most time waiting.
Undoubtedly, man. You know, some people like to get it out of the way, but usually they want like 2 or 3. You know, they want to see how it goes down in the first one. And a touch of gloves.
Both guys staying in the pocket,
big
trading
shots
early.
right there out of Thomas Miller. Very aggressive striking from Thomas Miller.
Wasting no time, exchanging strikes in the pocket. Thomas Miller getting the better of the early exchanges.
Oh, and a big shot there by Daniel Johnson. Just like we spoke about before, these boys have come to fight.
Thomas Miller seems to have found a right leg kick that's working for him. He's mixing that at the end of his combos.
And what can you say about the chin of Daniel Johnson? This guy, he's taking a few right there on the button. He continues to throw.
Thomas Miller back up
Big
against the
shots,
cage.
and here comes Miller back at it.
Swinging for the fences.
What a way to start off this card. And Daniel Johnson pushing to the cage with the clinch work. Oh, here we go. Thomas Miller with the guillotine attempt. That's how he won his only prior MMA fight.
Daniel Johnson wincing hard after eating a knee to the belly.
By Daniel Johnson.
These guys wasting no time for pleasantries. As soon as that bell rang, they went at it and have not stopped.
Wow, big shot. Check that out. Daniel Johnson threw the kick, caught by Thomas Miller, and then a big right hand by Daniel Johnson again. Johnson continues to deliver.
Thomas Miller firing back with leg kicks, but will it be enough? Daniel Johnson now coming
Oh, here we
forward.
go. Going for the takedown. Thomas Miller going for the takedown.
Can he finish it?
And you know, these guys have expended so much energy just in the early going to this round.
Wow.
Now Daniel Johnson in mount. This is not a good spot for Thomas Miller here.
Thomas Miller had a great fireman carry takedown. Daniel Johnson doing an incredible job of reversing to mount right away. I don't think Miller had this in mind. This fight could be over
Daniel
soon.
Johnson continues to rain those shots down. Josh Ward in close, taking an eye out. This is not good for Thomas Miller whatsoever. 45 seconds to go.
The referee leaning in close. He may make a decision,
And
and
it's
this
done.
one's over.
It's done. Daniel Johnson takes it.
You know, I had a chance to talk to Daniel Johnson prior to the fight starting. He told me that mixed martial arts for him was at this time a serious hobby. After tonight's win in an impressive fashion like that, perhaps he'll look at it in a different way. Daniel Johnson from Johnson City, Tennessee, making his MMA debut, and there's really no better way to start off a debut than a first-round TKO finish over his opponent, Thomas Miller from Kingsport, Tennessee. Daniel told me before the fight that his prediction for the fight was going to be a win. However it takes, whatever method he was given, he was going to seize the opportunity, and he did so. Exciting first-round TKO finish. And Daniel Johnson is one happy mixed martial arts debutee. Was 0-0, now 1-0. And we go to Cyrus Feast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Ward stops the fight at 220 in round number 1. Your winner by TKO to the strikes, Daniel Johnson.